On guys, your boy Super Boo Zeus J. Welcome back to another Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy side quest. This is gonna be side quest number 3. Um, bro, you better swim. It's taking your sweet time, boy. Anyways, thank you guys for staying tuned. I appreciate all you guys that are subscribed. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it, and hopefully you have your notification on as I post video and you won't miss another thing. All right, we're gonna start with Poppy side quest. And she's cheating on me. Hey,
Do you know
yo, hey,
why or
hey,
what it means?
hey, chill out.
Does it have to do with the
Get your
Snickers?
punk ass out of here.
Breadth
Okay,
of
let me
one's
stop.
knowledge can be as wide as the seas, and yet only run so deep.
I see her type. I see her type. Why can't? Oh,
It's good to see you again, Doran. Did Poppy tell you about everything that's happened?
She did, and I am glad to see that you are both safely returned. I did question the wisdom of sending you on a path at a time when that path was unknown at best, deadly at worst. But the acumen of the centaurs is neither personal nor partial. The skies tell us what is to come, and often we do not know what we have seen until it has come to pass.
You knew the poachers would try and kill Poppy and me.
I did not know, my young friend, but I shall say that I was not surprised. It was in much the same manner that I expected our first meeting.
I don't suppose you'd like to start from the beginning. I think Poppy and I could use that.
Of course. I find it is often the best place to start, is it not? Many, many moons ago, I divined a series of events. Their meaning long evaded me, until you brought news of the Snidgets and their poacher pursuers. I believe the symbol created by the Mooncalves dance marks the place the Snidgets are hidden. And serendipitously, I believe that I know the very place.
Please, go on.
I have seen that symbol only once, on a rock face in the cliffs of the forest. You should make haste there. The Snidgets that have been kept there for so many years may no longer be safe.
If you're right about this place, then we should make our way there.
I shall see you there. We cannot afford to lose the Snidgets once again.
yep, because they get stitches. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now what? Oh, you just gonna? What's wrong with you, huh? Huh? You like what you see? No. I need to chill out. Alright, I don't know what to do. Just chilling in the ground.
I
Yo,
got here as
did
soon
she
as I
almost
could.
step on my
Did you
foot?
see
What was
the
that?
symbol above the entrance? It's the one the Mooncalves made at the henge. Of course Doran implied as much, but to see it up there.
Could this actually be where the Snidgets are hidden?
Let's find out. Doran's waiting for us just up ahead.
I'm ready if you are.
You seem excited for no
Can
reason.
you believe it? Actual Snidgets.
Shut up.
I'm glad we seem to be a step ahead of the poachers.
It is a little strange we haven't heard anything from them.
Even if the
What's
poachers
going
do somehow
Okay, what the?
stumble upon this place, we shall be long gone.
Accio!
Greetings.
What? Oh,
hope I
snap.
haven't kept you waiting
He was
long, Doran.
there. Oh my god.
Not at all. Then again, it is not I who awaits your arrival. Do you have the Moonstone with you?
We do.
Good.
No.
It is as important to what
have a
happens
middle finger.
next as both of you are.
So, what does happen next? What are these pillars here?
A safeguard, I suspect. There is only one way to find out. And as for how to go about that, the two of you may know better than anyone.
Figure out how to enter the ruins.
Accio!
Got this stuff again. Wait, what is that there in the middle? I have to place something there. Do you know what you're doing, girl? Alright, look like she knows what you're doing. There's something over there. I don't know what it is. Alright, we placed it. What the? I thought
I wonder if the pillars.
I thought it was coming from heaven. I was about to say, damn, I'm about to die already. Alright, these freaking you don't get frozen. Yeah, I learned the Sub-Zero move, guys, from the thingamajig, the glaciers. That's what it's called. Now that we activate it, can we move this now? Can't see nothing. Okay, we could. I'm confused. Alright, turn something on. I don't know. Alright, we playing Jumanji.
I'll wager this isn't the dead end it seems to be.
Go with these
But
puzzles.
how to get through?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Not sure if I was able to climb up there, I believe. Let's go this side, because I got a feeling that they're going to be like, oh yeah. Oh, I could freeze it.
Bruh.
My boy slide on nothing. I'm dead, bro. Okay, this.
Accio.
There you have it. Now what?
Of course. How clever.
Oh, I opened it. What the? Man, that's cool.
Look at this place.
Those are birds?
Little
Crows.
Sweeting. Forgot how to cover your tracks?
Dark wizard.
What was
Where?
that?
Oh my god, here we go.
I'll check your pockets up.
Oh, y'all coming in here like that. What's wrong
Ready
with
your
y'all?
wands. The fight.
Are you gonna help us? Are they gonna help us? Alright. We got horses over here. We don't need your help, bro. But you know what? It's cool. There you go. Open the door. Now we came inside here. And this freaking horse guy didn't even help me in the battle. He was just standing there like.
There they are.
It's only in the beginning he was fighting, then he stopped. That's what he came here for. More
Now,
eggs.
all that remains is to break the charm.
These what are you smiling for, bro?
Us too.
To kill the baby? What we about to fry? Bacon, egg, and cheese. We're gonna get some fried eggs on the side. We got some fresh egg we're gonna cook
I
up.
only ever wanted to see them safe, which they are. You should do it.
Why me? Yep, fry them eggs up. Wow.
Merlin, they're lovely.
Man.
But what happens now?
Why am I character look like he's crying,
Once
bro?
word gets out of their reappearance.
No harm will come to them.
Man, my
The
character, you
centaurs
better
will see
get,
to
bro.
that.
That's
You
how I
have
was.
my word.
When y'all subscribe,
Thank
guys,
you,
that was
Doran,
me.
for helping us to find them and to fight for them.
It is you who deserves the merit, child. You did what the poachers would never have. Remember that.
Wait. Alright. That's why we came here. Just to look at some birds, bro.
You both fought bravely today. Allow us to carry the mantle.
What's wrong
from
with
here.
my jacket,
If
bro?
it's all right, Doran, I think I'd like to stay behind and spend a little more time with the Snidgets.
Can I walk? There you go. What the, bro? I ain't bird in the hand. Now we gotta do your quest, bro. I thought it was doing your quest. Girl, what you doing, yo? Yeah, yeah, right there. Hold up, that's better. Oh, yep, just kiss my ass.
Bro, I'm out, man.
Yo, what's up, bro? What we talking about? That was it? The eggs, bro. I guess that was it. Are you coming? Nope. She's just gonna stand there and, you know, give him the night of his life. Cause she a freaking liar. Well, gotta find me a new girl, guys. Gotta find me a new girl. She out here playing games, bro. I don't know if I was supposed to go back, but let's see. Or let me see. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'll be right back.
And I was hoping to see.
Oh
I
yeah.
see Doran finally convinced you to leave the Snidgets.
If anyone can keep them out of poacher hands, it's the centaurs. And I wanted to thank you. When the poachers ambushed us, it was nice not to face them alone.
What was that to put poachers in their place? Huh?
Of course. It's the sort of thing friends do for each other, isn't it?
I suppose so. I am glad you came to Hogwarts. It's already been my best year. I wouldn't want a repeat of Horntail Hall, of course, but I did enjoy the 3 broomsticks. Had no idea how lovely it was there.
Had you never been to the 3 broomsticks?
I used to spend most of my time with
I
Highway.
could show you some
And,
broom.
well, I don't know how Serona feels about hippogriffs
got that
popping
long
in
broom.
for a butterbeer. Highwing's the only one I would have gone with. Or Gran, of course.
High wing good company. You should wine your circle.
Nothing wrong with that. Highwing's good company.
She is. Although I am beginning to see the appeal of human friends. It was nice to talk about my parents and Gran with someone. And share Highwing.
Stay at a troll puppy. Have you heard from your parents? Let's just end this. Come on.
It has all been a pleasure, Poppy. Do try and stay out of trouble.
Don't know that I can. We've taken on poachers twice now, successfully. I rather think you've helped me develop a taste for it. And with centaurs as allies, I might actually go looking for trouble. You and I should meet for a butterbeer soon. Perhaps Highwing can join us?
Oh really? Oh, we're gonna be drinking? Okay. There you go. Quest complete, Poppy. Alright. I don't know if we still done with Poppy's quest, but it shows that I beat it, I guess. It gave me the trophy and whatnot. Let's continue with the other ones. Don't mind me, I'm always in the ground.
I'm ready to finish Harlow once and for all.
Yes.
What is
Let's
your
do
plan?
this.
I received an owl from Mrs. Bickle. She wondered if we were having any luck going after Harlow. Suggested we could gather evidence from a friend near Manor Cape.
But she warned us to stay out of it. Was rather adamant about it.
Precisely.
Harlow knows that we saved Archie, and that we rescued Mr. Rabe. The letter didn't come from Mrs. Bickle, did it?
I do not believe it did. Harlow intends to ambush us.
But now we have the upper hand. We can prepare.
We are stronger than Harlow, and he knows it. That's why he's resorting to this sort of trickery. We must go.
Man, I'm ready.
Agreed.
Come on.
Let's finish this.
Brilliant.
I came here to chit-chat.
Harlow's reign ends today.
We're gonna end. Yep.
Perhaps
let's do
we
it.
ought to inform Officer
How's
Singer
it
of our
going?
plans.
I
Come on,
already
girl.
sent her an owl to let her know that we were following a lead given to us by Mrs. Bickle.
Are you concerned she might tell your mother?
Mrs.
Indeed
Pickle?
she will,
What?
but so be it. I am tired of hiding it from her. My mother needs to understand that I
Girl,
will
you
not
don't-
be safe from the Ashwinders until everyone
Here
is.
we go. Look,
I shall
running
pursue
the
them
same
until they
way,
are
look.
finished.
Oh,
And
now
I
you
think she
sprinting?
knows that.
Yeah, you better.
As do you.
That I do.
Yo, where
I
are we?
sense he is close.
Where is he?
I do not know.
What the?
We should look
Oh
around.
my god, girl, what are we doing? Oh my god, great, you just more freaking bad. Okay.
Little Natsai innit?
Oh
And her
my god.
excruciatingly loyal companion.
Look, you damn
You
lucky
two have
charm
done quite
mother.
a bit of damage to my business interests. But I must grudgingly give you some credit. What was once a mere annoyance has become remarkably problematic. Fortunately, I pride myself on my
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
problem-solving skills.
I'm used to it. Tipfolius? Oh, he's the boss. Alright.
Do you want to concede now?
I like this. Alright. Bosses. Alright, there you go, get frozen, punk.
Accio.
Thank you. Nice. Beat him. Oh. Teach you a lesson. Why is she standing in that corner over there? Oh my gosh. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just gonna look at these walls. Nah, she's in the. I'm dead. I know my character. Yep. He's tired. What the? So that's what she meant. She's a creature.
No!
Boy, in a way. You just gonna point it? You're gonna point that stick at his face? You're not gonna just trap him, nothing? Nah, man, this is crazy. Oh my gosh. She turned to a deer, just like in the, you know, the deer in the headlight. They always get hit by the light. Quest completed. All right. Acting on instant. She in a wheelchair, bro. I'm dead, bro.
For a visitor. Yes,
That's
Mother.
what looking at the
I
walls,
feel
bro.
fine, and it will do me good to see my friend.
I'm over
Very
here.
well.
Oh wait, hold on.
Accio.
Do not open. I know, Mother.
Oh, I collect all of them. Oh, even better. Yeah, you good? Visit Auntie in the hospital wing. I mean, I'm here.
It is good to see you, my friend.
What's up?
I'm glad
You
to see
alright?
you're doing so well.
I am doing better than it appears.
Yeah, you work.
I am only here because my mother insisted, just to be safe. I was relieved when she told me that you were all right.
I thought you was in Twilight, girl. I couldn't sworn Twilight. You turned to a animal. What were you thinking? Things to you. Yeah, what were you thinking?
What on earth possessed you to do something like that?
I don't know, but
What on
what
earth?
other choice did I have? You were in danger.
I'm sorry, Natty. It's my fault you got hurt.
What?
I mean-
No. Do not blame yourself for this.
You was
The
trying to
moment
give
that
your
I
life.
saw Harlow aim his wand
for
at
me?
you, well,
She was trying to. She yeah. You didn't think about it. You just acted. You made a choice to protect me.
You did what came naturally.
I suppose it was instinct. Yes. I could not simply stand there and let you get hurt.
Then I shouldn't feel guilty.
All right, you really
Of
care.
course not. There was nothing that you... Oh. Oh my.
What's
I
wrong
can't
with you?
believe that it took me this long to see it.
See
He
what?
made a choice based on instinct. My father, you, my friend, are no more to blame for my injuries today than I am to blame for my father's sacrifice years ago.
From what I know of him, it seems there's a lot of your father in you.
That's very kind of you to say. I hope that you are right. This has all been a bit much, hasn't it? A battle here at Hogwarts. Everything we have done to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot. But we have done it. Rookwood is dead, Harlow is on his way to Azkaban, and the rest of them are on the run. A few of the dregs will still be about, fighting for their lost cause. But Rookwood's enterprise has fallen apart.
Everything is safer now
Yeah, look
because
at
of
me.
us. Because of
Holding
you.
our hand.
Thank you, but we make a formidable team. You, my fellow traveler, have enriched my time at Hogwarts beyond anything I could have imagined. Thank you. I believe your friendship to be one of the most important in my life.
Yeah, sure, no problem, girl.
Thank you for coming to visit me. It is always good to see you.
Oh, okay. So every time I beat a quest,
I
I get a
believe you
few.
are ready to learn Arresto Momentum, the slowing charm.
Who the
It
hell is
allows
this
you to
dude,
freeze
bro?
objects
You
or
interrupted,
people
bro.
in midair. Simply complete a few tasks and then come and see me.
Bro, I'm not doing your task, you little punk. Anyways, baby girl, I'll see you later. I hope your legs get better, cause now I can't get no pub. Anyways, who's that? Yo, you good? Yo, yeah, I'm gonna rob you. So I just took that. Okay. Alright, so we beat that. Who's this? Alright, we beat that, guys. Now we're gonna go and do the other one. I think I'm pretty much done. This is probably the last one. Yeah, Sebastian the next, and after I beat him, we're gonna go to the level 34, and then I'll post another video of that. I can't even talk right. Sorry.
Make sure he's all right, will you?
All right,
I'm glad you're here.
bro. That guy in the floor, like
I
right
received
laying
your
there.
owl.
The
Where's
skeleton.
Sebastian?
Inside the catacomb. Frankly, I was surprised you weren't with him.
Ominous.
Stop. You did what you had to do, and I agreed. It might well have salvaged my friendship with Sebastian for the moment.
What was that? Did what I had to do.
You did agree, and it did save your friendship with Sebastian.
For the moment. I thought we'd gone too far before, but Sebastian is in real trouble now. I'm going back into the catacomb to find him. Anne's right. He and the entire hamlet are in danger. The place is crawling with Inferi.
Inferi? What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you
You'll
talking
see. We need to hurry.
need
Sebastian
to hurry.
must not be in his right
Boy,
mind.
shut up. You acting like you scared, bro. Ain't you Green Lantern, bro? Ain't I turned you green in the last previous game?
Last time we were here, this place was crawling with spiders.
We're about to face worse. Let's find Sebastian quickly.
Alright, so we're back at this spot again.
Where
I
was
did
Sebastian
all these
when you and Anne
spots that you
found
see.
him?
Just ahead. In the great room.
I did them all. Okay, I collected. Oh my god. What? But wait, there's more. More enemies.
Anne's gone to get Solomon. When she first saw the Inferi, she thought Sebastian was being attacked. But then he showed her the relic and said he'd learned how to use it.
The carvings on the relic were Inferi, and Sebastian somehow created them.
Not exactly. He's controlling them. This is powerful dark magic. Creating Inferi is incredibly difficult, but controlling them... As Anne and I frantically barricaded the Inferi to keep them from escaping, Sebastian kept mumbling about healing Anne. When Anne said she couldn't stay here, I didn't realize what she meant.
Solomon threatened to go to the headmaster if he heard of Sebastian dealing with dark magic.
I need to get to Hogwarts. I must get to Professor Black first. Twist the story a bit, make him think it's a family fight. I'll be back as soon as I can. See if you can talk some sense into Sebastian. Be careful.
Great, there's an enemy all the way down there waiting for my ass. Here we go. We found them.
Isn't this incredible?
Yo, you got zombies over here, bro?
Sebastian,
I told you. The relic is the answer. I've been trying to reverse the dark magic that injured Anne, but this will allow me to control it. Just as I can control the Inferi.
You losing your mind, bro.
I had to fight the Inferi all the way.
Yeah, he's losing his mind. Oh. What he got in his hand?
What have the two of you done?
Oh my god.
Accio relic!
He's the corner store guy. That be on the wine store. Uh-oh. Call of Duty zombies.
You'll pay for this.
Oh, we fighting him, yes. It's about damn time. Whoop his ass. Why show me like I... Bro. Oh, you suck. Go fight the zombie. I fight this punk, right? Dying to beat your stupid ass. You remember what I said last time? I'm gonna come back for you. I'm not playing, bro. Yeah, freeze. Look at you. Fly in the air, bitch.
I am protecting you, you foolish boy!
Man, look at you. You haven't even touched me, bro. Pause on that.
Sorry, it had to be done.
Get out of here. Goodbye. Little punk. So you get.
She cannot be healed, Sebastian. You must stop.
acting like he's attacking. I did all the work.
Avada Kedavra!
Are you turning to Green Lantern as well? Uh-oh. Okay. What the? Oh my god, this girl. She look like a zombie already, bro. I'm not sure we gotta fight her too, but hey, look, he was trying to help you. What kind of? Why are you trying to defend this dude, bro? Just let him be, bro. He's dead. I think he is. Oh, you gonna fight us? Oh, you gonna catch these hands too?
No!
Okay.
You've made your choice.
Yep. What the?
Oh, Anne.
All this for nothing,
What
huh?
have you done?
Do you want me to go kill her, or
I must get out of here.
in this game?
I can't.
Bro, my apron. I mean, my apron. Like I worked in the kitchen, bro. What the hell's wrong with this stuff? Look, look, look. Game, please fix this. What is this? Oh my god. I mean, they don't need to fix it. It's fine. It's fine like that. It's just, it looks weird. Alright, come
Sebastian, wait!
on. Oh my god, I'm chasing this dude, bro. I'm gonna smack you. That's what I'm gonna do to him. Yep. Where are you going? I'm literally next to him. Yeah, where you going, bro? Where you going? Alright.
Why wouldn't you stop? I was calling after you.
Anne won't survive this. She's withering away, inside and out. Solomon's never been there for us. Not really. He gave up on Anne. I'll never give up on her. You saw him,
Why is he doing
didn't
that
you?
face?
He was going to ruin her life. He attacked us. I had to use the killing curse. You know I did. If I hadn't known how to cast it...
Everybody should know that curse. No one should know that curse. Everybody should know
He
that
did
curse.
attack us. You had no choice. It was brave, Sebastian. You clearly care more about Anne than your uncle ever did.
I knew you'd understand. I did do the right thing.
You did.
I just want that power,
I
bro.
would have done the same.
Look
If
at my
I knew
face.
how.
I could teach you.
Yeah, teach me. Now it's not the time.
No
Yeah.
time like the present.
The killing curse won't be easy to master. As with all unforgivables, you have to mean it.
Yeah, please.
Hold your wand steady. Focus. The incantation is Avada Kedavra. Your intention must be clear.
I hope this is it, guys. This is what I was trying to get. I hope it's this one. Yeah, I think it is. Yes. Avada Kedavra. Avada Kedavra. I'm about to.
I can't stay here. I need to find Ominous.
Sebastian.
Please, I'm not myself right now. Let's meet later at the Undercroft, all right?
Alright. Oh my god, I believe I got two more of his tasks. So I learned something new, but it's not here. What the heck is it? Oh, there it is. I don't know what this. Let me see. Oh. You didn't right with that. Can I kill him? Oh, I only can use that enemy. I will be right back. All right.
She's devastated. She just buried your uncle alone.
I did it for her.
Sebastian, Anne can't bear the thought of turning you in, but...
What? Turn me in? She saw what happened.
I'll give you some time to think, Sebastian.
Okay, are you done talking? Can I
Turn me in.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Sebastian.
Did you hear
in jail?
that? You saw what happened. I never wanted to hurt my uncle.
I know.
I can't believe he's gone. How did things go so wrong? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean
criminal.
to... Oh,
You're a
Anne,
joker.
I was only trying to help. I can't leave now. Anne needs me more than ever. You understand. You can talk to Ominous. Make him understand. He listens to you. I need to be with Anne.
Don't worry, Sebastian. I shall speak with Ominous.
Thank you. You're a good friend, truly.
Yep. You
No
know
matter
what?
what happens from here, I'm glad we met.
Oh, how nice.
Poor Sebastian.
So all this time he wasn't that bad.
Ominous?
What a mess. I can't believe it. After I last saw you, I went straight to Hogwarts. Before I had time to talk to Black, I heard from Anne. I rushed to Feldcroft and found her with Solomon's body. She was beside herself with grief. Part of her wants Sebastian to face the consequences, another part can't bear the thought of it. I don't want to lose Sebastian, but I don't think we have a choice.
We should turn Sebastian in. We must not turn Sebastian in. I mean, he was just trying to help his sister.
We do have a choice. What good will it do to turn him in now? He clearly regrets everything. He's not going to do anything like this again.
We've both heard that before.
But we also need to think about Anne. She's lost her health. Now she's lost her uncle. You really want to take her brother away from her too.
Exactly.
I understand what you're saying.
Or you want to fight
you're
me.
right. As much as I believe that Sebastian should pay for his actions, we'd only be punishing Anne as well.
Exactly.
I hope we're doing the right thing. I'll talk to Anne. If it comes from me, she'll agree with this decision.
Thank you, Ominous. You're a good friend.
No.
Whatever lies ahead, we must face it together. That I know.
Man, I ain't facing nothing together with you, bro. I'm in front of your face. What you gonna do? What you doing, bro? In this corner with a bunch of berries behind you, bro. Barrel, I mean. I'm not sure what's up. Oh, here you go. Here you go, guys. Here you go. I'm locked up. What the? Bro, you outside? You just gonna walk and not say nothing to me? I already talked to him. What are you doing? Let me see. Look. I can't use it. Damn.
I've thought about what you told me in the Great Hall. I would like to speak with you.
Bro, I'm right here.
Off as soon as you can.
Alright, we're gonna follow him. This is the dumbest thing I ever seen. I thought about this and that. But yes, you right next to me, bro. You sending me letters? Bro. We're gonna follow him. I'm up
I'm glad you
here.
came.
He literally went up there. We followed him. And he was here. He came back down here. What the... Bro, this game.
Sebastian, I received your owl. What's happened?
Ominous spoke with Anne about what happened with my uncle Solomon. She believes I should pay for what I did, but she won't turn me in. She said the guilt I'll have to live with is punishment enough.
I'm so sorry. But I'm glad you know that you can at least try to move on now.
The thing is, I think I've lost my sister, my twin, forever. She refuses to even see me. I can't blame her. I couldn't really blame any of you if you gave up on me entirely. You all believed in me, and I let you all down.
Anne may just need some time. Surely one day she'll be able to forgive you.
I hope you're right. I realize I can't undo what's been done, but I can try every day to make up for it. I owe you and Ominous everything for standing by me.
Well, it wasn't easy. But I believe in you, Sebastian. I've had a sense about you since that first day in Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Seems so long ago. Thank you. I have no idea what's to come, but I'm grateful for your friendship. I'm glad you came to Hogwarts.
There you have it, guys. Quest completed. I completed all 3 of those. Those are the main 3 people I wanted to complete. Poppy, Sebastian, and Natty. I just want to complete those because those are the ones that have really good quests. In case you ever want to play this game, those are the main good quests if you want to do them. It's really good. So I'm gonna end it here. I have one last video of Hogwarts, which is once I reach the level 34. I don't know what's that about. Reach level 34. I don't know what it's gonna give me, and then I'm gonna end it there. So anyways, guys, you made it this far. Give it a thumbs up. Appreciate it. Have your notifications so you won't miss another video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.